two ways. One is the master page, and another is content page.
Okay, we call it a web form, right? Okay,
yeah.
That is how many pages? How many files?
Is it 4 or
4, correct. Okay, so can you all name me the 4? It's basically on my screen, right?
let's see.
Four,
ASPX and ASPX.cs.
Okay.
Then master and CSS.
No, just master and master.cs.
Master.
Okay, so 1, 2, just look like here lah. 1, 2, 3, 4 lah. Basically, if you have any page, right? Okay, I go back to my, let's see. Okay, try to remember this diagram. This diagram. Yeah. Okay, so every page, okay, you must understand there's always 4 files: master.cs, aspx.cs, aspx. But it consists of 2 pages, the aspx page and the master page. Okay, so these 4 things is basically the standard format for every single page. Every page that you go to, you have four different files. Okay. Ang Yong, have you seen the W3 schools, the tutorial yet?
Yeah, a bit lah, but I haven't finished it.
Okay, so I just go through very fast, but you all need to read on your own, okay? Okay, anyway, like I told Brian, if you all don't read out or whatever, it doesn't matter to me lah. Okay, so I won't scold you all. Never read, just tell me never read. Read, just tell me read. But everything depends on at the end lah. Okay, if you can pass or whatever, then okay for me, then I give you all work. If you all don't know your stuff, then I don't give you all work lah, basically. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so some main things. The first thing is maybe the header, right? H1 to H6. H1, as the number goes smaller, your font is bigger lah. Okay, but it starts from H1. It can go until H7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't matter already. Okay, but normally we use maybe the first 3 only lah. Okay. For links is A. Okay, basically what is a link is something like this, right? When you type A, whatever goes into the href is wherever you link to. So if you click, you will go to this page lah, basically. Okay, yeah. Other things like, I hope you all see almost everything. So basically, style is what we learned that day, right? Style, background color, normal color, let's say red. Then there's a font size, let's say 16. I don't know what else are there. Others are okay. So color, everything you can control by style. P is basically just paragraph. So anything you want to write that is like word wrapped, it will be P. Let's make it easier to see. Okay. Until here, you're clear, right? Actually, I only need H1A and P because you're not going to use all these stuff. Okay. Tables, make sure you know how to create tables, right? So tables, let me see. Yeah, tables, make sure you have the table tag, the table row, and then the table data. Data is basically the column. We don't have to care about the header first because we're not concerned with the header part yet. So basically just table tr td. Okay, now let's go into today's part of the lesson. So today will be this part, okay, lesson 2. So, okay, Brian, can you create, okay, let me see. Can you create, you have a master page and your page 1 already, right? Or your default page, right?
Yeah.
Have, okay, so y'all just follow what I'm doing, okay? Okay, okay, I tell you what, I will copy the files from here into...
So yeah, what's the application again? Because I think I clicked the wrong one.
Oh, how do you get into here, is it?
Yeah.
You go to your local folder. Where's your local folder? Your local folder. See that? Your local folder. Okay. Right. Then there is a solution file. Just click from here.
Oh, okay.
Don't open from here, because if you open from here, it's slightly different.
So I open a Visual Studio solution.
Yeah, correct. This one.
Oh.
Just click this one. Okay, so any project, right, that you have, there will be a solution inside. Just click the solution, you open by itself. Reason why I want you to click from here is because when you create from here, let's say Visual Studio, right? Okay, so Visual Studio is very complicated. When you try to open, when you try to create new project or whatever, right? They'll give you all these templates and blah, blah, blah. This one is the closest to, ASP, this one. This one is the closest to ours, ASP.NET Web Application. But basically what I've done is I configured the bin folder so that you all can see certain things. Like if you create a new application and you try to create default and all that, you won't see this stuff. You won't see this. There's something that you won't see. Let me see. You won't see refresh folder if I'm not wrong. So this is a few settings, but don't worry. This one is I will set for you. Okay. For now, just follow the lessons, then learn. Then later on when you have questions, then I'll ask you if you have questions. Okay. Okay. So today, okay, let's start with some similarities. Okay, so in ASP and in HTML, the how you say the text TAG are almost identical. Okay, what I mean by that? Okay, when you have this screen, right? Below here, I have my toolbox. Why is my toolbox empty? Hang on, why is my toolbox empty? Sorry, give me a second. Why is my toolbox empty? Can you check if your toolbox is empty, like mine? Toolbox. Yeah, just check. Not sure if your is empty or not. I think yours might be empty also. Since I didn't set properly. Hang on.
My toolbox got standard data validation.
You'll have, right? It should look like this, right? Like this.
Wait,
like this.
Yeah.
Brian, does yours have all this?
Where can I find the properties?
Oh, okay. Okay, so Visual Studio, basically any window that you want to find, right? You go to view, okay, then you go somewhere here. So you look for toolbox. View toolbox. When you have toolbox, just click. When you click, your toolbox will come out somewhere here, in the middle here. Then you can lock it to any of your place. Normally I lock it below here. Below the solution. Do you see all this? General, standard, all this?
Yeah. I can see.
You all see,
Yeah.
Why I don't see? Give me a second. Okay. What the hell? I think it didn't load properly. Okay. Okay, let's work on a page. Brian, I know you don't have the pages that we made that day, so let me try to send to you. Where is the chat? The chat. Okay, what were we doing? Were we doing master one? Yeah, we're doing master one. Okay, master one. Mine is page 2, right? Master one, page 2. Oh, I can't send to you. Hang on. Let me send master one, page 2, okay? Okay, I'm copying to you on the Zoom chat. So Brian, you can just download, then you can access all the files. Okay. Anyway, the video is recording, so you can just rewind back later. Okay, let's start with simple A. So in HTML, right? A, where's the A? Yeah. Okay, in HTML, A is basically a link, right? this kind of link. Yeah. So we're going to create something like this, but in ASP. Okay, so just remember ASP and HTML is around the same, just that the way things work is different. Okay, in HTML, the href is here. Okay. Brian, you downloading the files, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But while downloading, just listen. So don't touch anything first. Just listen, then watch what I do first, okay? Okay, so in your page, let's say page 2, this is your content, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, you go to your toolbox. So I'm just showing you all one time. Then later when I finish showing, then you all try on your own. Okay, so in your toolbox, there is this thing called link button. Link button is exactly the same as A. Okay, the only difference is, okay, so basically what you do, step 1, you find your link button. Step 2, you drag it to your page. Okay, then they have this link button. Okay, whatever that is inside this tag link button is whatever that will appear down here. So same thing. Okay, so let's say A, right? Whatever's within this A, let's say visit W3 school, right? It's the same as here. Let's say visit Google, let's say. Okay. Okay, how do you activate this link button? There's 2 ways. This is step 2. One, so no more href. Href, you all understand is linked to somewhere else. One is you type attribute inside called on click. Okay, once you type on click, you press equal, then there will be these 2 code that come out. Then create new event. Okay, so what this does, okay, make sure you save your page after that. What this does is, if you go into your CS page, so there's a page 2 ASPX, page 2 ASPX CS. Okay, what this does is it creates a so-called event listener in your CS page. Okay, and then what you're supposed to do here is response.redirect. Then you put brackets, you put the double quotes, then you put wherever you want to go. So if you want to go to a website, you should put https //www.google.com, then semicolon. Okay, I'll just put these 2 here like that. Just try to let you all see.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one way. This is one way of activating the event listener. Okay, so here, okay, before I show you the second way, I just summarize. So there's 2 parts. All right. One, whenever we have a button or a link button or anything that requires something to happen, it has to be done in the CS page, which is here. Okay, how do you fire the listener is when you click basically. So on click, they will declare for you this the event listener name. Okay, you can obviously you can edit yourself You can don't put link button you can say redirect to Google also can. But then when you change it here, you must change it here as well. This yellow color part, protected void, whatever. So these 2 names must match. Once it match, whenever you click this link button, okay, let's show you an example. You're in browser. Whenever you click the link button, okay, so visit Google. Whenever you click, it will go. Okay, it's the same as if you type like A all right, A Google. So let me just space it out. Href, same thing. https www.google.com. Okay, exactly the same. If you
Samuel, can I see the ASPX file? Wait,
sorry. Let me explain. Then I let y'all see. Then y'all try. Okay. Okay. So exactly the same. This Google and this Google exactly the same. Okay. The second way. Okay. Let's say there's no this on click stuff. The second way is you go to your design. This is the first way. You type on click, then you control space. You go to your design, you see the button here. Okay, you highlight, there's a link button, you double click. When you double click, they will create by yourself. Okay, so these 2 ways. I prefer the first way because now I can rename this thing, but it's up to you. Okay. Just make sure this event listener is the same as the one on the outside, which is here, this one. Okay.
So,
Understand?
what is the first method to produce the function?
Or the first method.
Yeah.
First method originally is like that, right? So you
Yeah.
space, you type on click equal. Okay, then they'll come out all the different things you want. The thing is, if you have already created something inside, right, they will give you the option. Okay, so how to come out options? Just control space. It will come out options. If you have not created, you will see something like this. Okay, so you never create, they'll just give you create new event or page load. I'll tell you what page load is later on, but normally when you create new button, normally I'll create new event. So just click on create new event, they will auto create for you. When they automatically create for you, it will be created in your CS file as well. Okay, so I'm going to, let me see, show you all right. Okay, something like that. Is it better at half screen? So response dot redirect https://www.google.com. Then make sure you semicolon. Okay, so while you're copying, just listen to me. Okay, so basically this is how it works. ASPX is the face of your page. The CS is what happens whenever you click a button, whenever you type something, whenever you want to submit a form. Okay, so all the functions that happen is in the CS file. Okay, so for example, how to redirect to another page, right? Is basically response.redirect. You can also redirect to a internal page. That means, okay, I'm not sure if my page one works. Let's see. Okay, so my page one got some error, but never mind. You can also redirect to the internal page. That means, let's say you copy your page 2. Then you rename, let's say page 3. Okay, page 3. How do you redirect to internal page? Just instead of google.com, okay, I'm just gonna comment now. So comment is just / as normal Java, whatever. How to redirect to internal page? Just put a curly thing, like a not. Don't know if you understand. Not / then type the page name. So page 3.aspx. So same thing. What happens? Let's say refresh. I click Google. I will go to page 3. Okay, can you understand?
Yeah.
Can understand? Okay, so this is basically link button. Okay, link button can be used in many ways. For example, you see, shit, why is my menu black? Is it my CSS? CSS. Background color blue. Oh, because of this. Okay. Remember last week, right? We tried to create this menu, right? So for example, Visual Studio, right? You want to click this and then it goes to another page. Okay. So let's say this is the V Studio, right? That we have. You can, instead of V Studio, you put in your link button. Okay. Then let's say link the Visual Studio. Okay. Then we name it Visual Studio. Okay, so to reference, make sure it looks the same. Okay, so now it's Visual Studio, but now it doesn't link anywhere, right? Because you click doesn't link anywhere. So then you just on click, create new event, right? When you create new event in your master page, okay, master page is the same as web form. It will create a new event here as well. Response dot spell wrong. Response dot redirect. Let's say www.soft com. Okay, so what will happen here is you have a Visual Studio, you click, you go to Microsoft. Okay, you understand? Understand? Okay, so okay, so link button works normally. Normally how we use it is in the menu bar. Where is it? The menu bar, right? We because you want it to be words now, you don't want it to be buttons on the menu bar. So all the words, every time people click, normally it's link button. Okay. Then you might ask me, okay, how do I remove all this, the color, all this? Same thing is through CSS. So if you okay, let's say this is master, all the ASPX and all the master page up on top, all the CS is below. So let's say you want to have, you don't want the underline, you don't want the color, you want the color to be black, you don't want the link to be blue, right? So same thing, just let's say we in the CSS we declare menu text. Okay, text decoration. This one is for none. Basically, what is text decoration? Text decoration is like underline. There is a, how you say, you can put a text, right? Then you put a line through the text. It's like the cancel kind of line, or underline or overline or anything. So normally you put none. Then color can just put black. Okay, so then in here, class menu text. And save. Then you see you print. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Yeah, now it's black. Okay, so even if it's black, you can still click. See, my mouse changes from cursor to the hand thing. Then you can click. Okay, so that's basically how all these things people do like that. Okay, any questions so far?
Can demonstrate the link to the ESP file. Yeah.
Can. Okay, so remember page 2, right? So we have the link button. Visit Google. I just don't change the text. So I just maintain that. Okay. This is, let's say you have another file. So basically you just copy page 2 to page 2, you become page 3. If you want, you can change some stuff inside. You can remove everything. So you know that, let's say your page 3, right? Your page 3 is like that without the stuff below, just the master page, right? Then page 2 is you got all this trash here, right? So this is when you do the same thing. So you declare the on click, or you double click the design, right? Then you get into your page 2, right? This link button dot click, and just put this on curly / page3.aspx. Okay, what this represents is where the file is. So if you take a look at your directory, okay, my directory is like that. Try to compress it. Okay, if there's anything, let's say you want to link to some page that's within this file. Let's say you want to link to this. Let's say it's not site 1 master. Let's say it's site 1.aspx. Then site 1 uses this Team Citizen master. Okay, so if let's say you want to link into this folder, it will be curly / archives / the file name. But since we're linking everything to the same level, right? So don't need. So just leave it like that. Okay, so what curly / means is go to the root of the directory. So our root is basically whatever's inside this web portal 1, or to your is ASP module 2, the first, the top folder, basically. Ang Yong clear?
Yes, thank you.
Clear. Brian, any question?
No.
No question. Okay, so that's for link button. Second one, let's go to link button. Let's talk about text box. Text box. So in let's say where the hell is, okay, in HTML text box, I think they are called input. And HTML, the text box is a bit more complicated than ASP. Later I show you why, but I show you HTML first. Input. Oh, this here, input types. Yeah, okay. So you see, in HTML, input is a lot of things. It can be password, number, month, image, hidden file, a lot of things. Okay, but this is how they create a text box. So don't worry, don't have to use input anymore. just use from ASPX, okay? Okay, so let's say our page 2, we have, okay, I'm going to remove this Google thing, okay? Okay, anyway, to create a enter, because you don't want the words to stay the same, right? You just put tag BR close. Okay, so that's to enter lah. Okay, so I'm going to create a few enters here. So we're going to code just below the link. Okay, in your toolbox, can you all find text box? Should be alphabetical. So text box is T. So text box, same thing. Just pull it out, bring to your page 2 or your default page, whatever. Okay, so if you see in your design, it'll just be a text box, normal text box. Okay, so text box, same thing. You can in ESP and in HTML is everything is the same. You can edit through style. If they come up with border style, just press escape and just click that. So you can say width 100%. So what this does is basically it extends your text box all the way throughout the whole page. Example. Okay, so everything is the same. Okay, you can also put color blue. So this one you cannot really see because you can't type in the design, right? So you need to go to your browser. Oops, this is page 3. Where is the page 2? Page 2. Then the words will be blue, example. Okay. Okay. So what is the use of text box? Text box is like whenever you log in, whenever you sign up for something. Okay. So it's very used everywhere, right? In anywhere. So what I'm gonna teach you all now is to create a sort of a login page, example. Okay, login kind of authentication. Okay, so we're gonna create 2 text box. Okay, I remove the star because it doesn't matter. One text box, we name it txt username, example. Okay, the next text box, okay, y'all can guess, txt password, right? So normal, username, password. Okay, everything split by a BR, okay? BR basically is a break, so it's an enter. If you don't have the BR, you will see your text box beside each other. So y'all can try on your own. Okay. Okay. Same thing in ASP as in HTML. Text box has many types. Okay, how do you access the types? Is you look for the attribute called text mode, I think. Text mode. Okay, when you go to text mode, actually there's only three types, because text box in ASP is very simple. One is called multi-line. Multi-line means your text can go downwards. That means as you type, you can type in paragraph form. In single line, which is the default, you can only type sideways. So if your text box is this small, the more you type, the more the words go this way. Then on the left side, you cannot see. Example. Okay. Okay, what we're looking for in text mode is password. Password, everything will be hidden. Okay, y'all can try. Once you declare all this, you display in browser. See, that's the password here. Okay, so just be careful. Whenever y'all create this password, right, it will link to your saved password in Google. Okay, of course, if you're okay, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it will just auto-fill. That's why the system quite smart. Okay, so basically this is the username, this is the password. Okay, from here, we are going to add let's say let's see. Okay, last one is the button. So button is same thing as link button, just the only difference is it's called a button. Okay. Okay, so button, look for it in your toolbox. Standard, go up to B. Okay, then just drag to your front, to your page. Okay, at this point, anybody cannot follow me. Brian or anybody cannot follow me? Can? Brian, okay?
Yeah.
Brian, okay? Okay. If too fast, just let me know. Don't worry, don't need to be scared. Okay. Okay, so button, same thing. Either you click on click or you go to your design. Normally I like to just click on click. Okay, so control space. You saw me what I did there, right? If you can't remember what is the attribute, just on, then you just type that control space. You can see all the different things. Okay, so that's the cheat. Okay, on click, I like to say button, sorry. I like to say create new event. Okay, so button 1 click, they will auto create for you. Then here you can say, okay, I'm going to log in to my second page. So second page is page 3, right? So whenever you log in, you press response redirect page 3. Then, okay, maybe in my page 3, I can just put H1, welcome to user page, example. Okay, then page 2 is all the trash, basically. Okay, so whenever you click the button, okay, maybe let's change it also. Sign in. Okay, whenever you click the button, it fires this one. But then we need some authentication. We need to say, okay, if your password equals to this, if your username equals to this, then you can log in, for example, right? So same thing, I mean, if you all know if else, right? If bracket, okay, how do you get the, okay, sorry, before I put the if, you need to get the values from the text box first. Okay, so maybe we declare string username equals to txt username dot text. Sorry, text, then semicolon. Okay, very simple. It's just whatever you want to find from text box, whatever you want to find from button, also can. You can also get the button text, but it doesn't really make any sense. Okay, but anything you want to get a value, just dot text can really. So string password equals to txt password. Sorry, hang on. Okay, txt password dot text. Okay, so within here, even though the user or whatever cannot see the password, here we'll be able to see that. Okay, then you can say if username equal, let's say you just put some login, admin, then n password equals to 1234. Then you open, close, response redirect. Oops. Response redirect to page 3. Okay, then you can go and try and test if you see if it works. Right, just refresh. This is my O1. If I sign in, nothing happens. Right, I have to put admin 1234, sign in. It will go to another page. Okay, so far you all understand? Any question up to here? Guys, any question? No question? Okay, okay. Sorry. Anybody say anything?
But I cannot
No,
type
no.
that. Very weird.
You cannot type. What do you mean?
As in, I put the design and then there's 2 text box and 1 button.
Yeah.
But I cannot click inside. That's weird.
Okay. We flip screen. You show me. Show me what you have. Okay. Oh, why are you clicking the text box? Don't click the text box. Don't click the text box. Yeah, don't click the text box. Wait. Go back to your CS page. Default CS.
Default CS.
No, default ASPX.cs.
Oh.
Whenever I say CS is this one. Okay, remove the text change. The second one. Second one. Remove the entire thing.
Remove the entire thing.
The entire thing. Not text box not supposed to have any event listener. Remove. Okay, go back to your ASPX page. Okay, I need you to save this. Like Control S. Control S. Okay, remove the on text change. Your text box 1. No, text box 1. Text box 1.
Okay.
Text box 1, right? On text change, there's a field there, right? I remove the whole thing. Remove the whole thing. Okay, stop. Yeah, like that. Okay, now go back to our default. CS.
Okay.
It doesn't. Can you Control Shift save? Control Shift S. Control Shift S.
Control Shift S.
Yeah, save everything. Okay, go back in. Okay, you see sorry, go back to default. Go back to your default ASPX. Yeah. Okay, your text box name is called text box 1. So you haven't renamed yet.
Oh.
So you put txt username, right? You need to rename either you put textbox1.text or you put txt username. Nah, because the thing doesn't exist, basically. Yeah, so it's either rename here or rename inside.
I rename it like text like that, is
No,
it?
no, no, just txt username. No need to text. Yeah, txt username. Yeah, then your password also, txt password.
Oh.
So this is your name of the, we call it widget but this is the name of the text box. Okay, then inside it will come up. Okay, so make sure before you before you fire the listener or whatever, just make sure is correct name. That's all. Then don't double click anything in text box. No, you I think you replace your text box.
What do you mean?
No, you need to fire in your browser, then you can see. You go back to default, the source. So you replace your text box already. Just control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Save already, right? Okay. Right click, view in browser.
Right click.
Anywhere right click, view in browser. Yeah. Yeah. You can only type things here. You cannot type things in your design. So when you're testing, when you're testing your buttons, everything, just type it inside here. Yeah.
Okay, can.
Can. Okay. So let me, okay, sorry, you are doing, okay, let me request control. I try to explain to you because I think you have some misconception. Okay, so these two screen, design and source. Wait, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
No, as I move my mouse, can you see?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Design and source is only for coding only. You cannot test anything here. Okay, so you cannot test whether the button is working. You cannot do anything. You can only fire event listener. You can only put the text box in. You can only put words in or whatever. When you want to test, you need to go to
in
browser. You have to go to your browser, which is here lah, basically. So you want to test, everything is here. Okay, that's number one. Number two, same for Brian. Make sure your names of your text box or whatever you want to capture is exactly the same as here. Okay, and you cannot name something that's similar. So that means, for example, the event listener cannot be the same as your text box name. Your this page name default also cannot be the same. Basically, what we all learn in Java is applies here. Okay, no two names can be the same. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, okay, I think you all learned this from Python. I'm not sure. If can be like that, can, no problem. That's if it's one line. If it's more than one line, you all need to put the curly. Example. This is like that. Okay, if it's more than one line. If it's one line, it's fine. That means if you just like that, it's fine.
Yeah,
okay? Just to update, to let you all know. Okay, there is another way. Instead of using your find this is like two-step, right? This one go here, then this one go here, right? You can put this thing directly into here. No problem. The only problem is if let's say you want to do some manipulation, for example, okay, I teach you all something. Let's say this is manipulation. Dot replace. Okay, so replace is a two word kind of function in ASP where you can replace anything. So let's say somebody put a space, right? You want to take away the space. So example, people stupid, right? They instead of admin, right? Okay, they do this. They space then admin. Okay, technically this is still correct, because space is nothing. Technically, right? Unless username got space, but normally username there's no space inside. If you go any website, they won't allow you to have space. So, but actually this is still correct. It's just that they put in so much space here. So, one way to correct this, right, is to replace whatever space that is around the word. So, txt username.text replace this. The problem is if you keep doing this kind of thing inside here, this if is going to be very long all the way. Example, you take this, then you put here. Sorry, you put here. Example, then you still got password, right? So password also you put here. So like that already quite long. I don't know how long your screen is, but there may be more than two check statements for authentication, let's say. So you might not want to do this. That's why we do it in a two-step way. Like that. Example. Okay. Until here, you're clear? Clear. Okay. So yeah, this is another thing I can teach you. Replace space. So if y'all can try lah. If this works, if you click the button, you will still go to your see it works. Okay. So yeah, this is one way. Okay. Anyone can switch screen again. So that to share already.
Give me a minute.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so until here, you're clear. So why? Just make sure you all understand what is. Whenever you declare a text box, you have to declare the name. Normally they'll come out text box 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Try to name it something that you all understand. Okay, so txt is normally for text box. Whenever we code, for buttons, right? Normally we put btn, then whatever sign in. Let's say. Okay, so technically, right, whenever we create the on-click listener, right, it won't be like button one click, because you don't know which one is click. So it's normally it will be like sign in click lah. Then all this will be here. Okay, then anything that you don't need, just throw away lah. You don't want extra things in your code. Okay. All right, let's see what is next. Button. Okay, so this is for sign in. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you all something called session. Okay, so session basically is session. Okay, there's two ways where ASP can store information on the browser. One is called session. The second one is called cookies. So you sometimes you go website, you see, or do you accept all cookies? That means do you allow the site to store your information, basically. When we code for server side, right, we try not to use cookies because we are coding for how do you say, we're coding for e-commerce and maybe some corporate people. So we try not to collect information unless they allow it so. So what do I mean by allow is like username, password. If you're already going to sign in, means you allow us to keep your information, then we allow lah. Okay, so okay, session is basically like a variable that is on the web in the browser that you cannot see lah, but it's there. How do you create that? Okay, let's say okay, now I focus on, let me see okay, how do I pull this up? Okay, focus on here. Okay, we have our event listener. Okay, now I want to bring my admin, whatever name that I put in the username, to the other page. So for example, okay, I will put session.add bracket. Okay, so the first word is the session variable. So that one you can still put username, no problem. Okay, the difference is this is your local variable or inside the function variable. This variable will be in the browser. Okay, I'm going to say it again. This variable will be in the browser. Then you can put your username here. No problem. Okay, so this is whatever text that you want it to save. You want to save in the browser. Okay, same thing if you want to put a password, but sometimes no point. Try not to save passwords onto the internet. Okay, so this is how you how do you say, how you save it in the browser. Okay, now what I want you all to do is have y'all copied another page, like page 3, or haven't? Haven't. Okay, so basically whatever page you all have, let's right click. You can copy, then once you click copy, really click on web portal, click here, click paste. There should be.
I copy .axp.
Okay, if your folder is open, sorry, then if this page is open, you click both. So you click, then you control, then you select both, then you copy, then you paste. So example like that, copy, then you can just click here, then you control V also can, then you paste. If your file is closed, that means if your pages are closed, you can just copy directly from the outside one. Okay.
I just copy paste.
Yeah, copy, control C, control V lah, basically. Okay, so what you have is a page 2 dash copy, try to name it to page 3. Yeah, I'm gonna delete mine. So what y'all will see is basically the same. Try to remove, yeah, not try, just remove everything. Everything from everything that is inside the page 2 lah. Just remove. Okay, so you all will get, oh, I hate this thing. You all will get something like this. So just put welcome to user page or whatever lah. Okay, until here, you're okay? Brian, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, copy already. Okay, once you're copy already, there is this thing called label. Look for label in your toolbox. Label. So label is basically like a paragraph or a H1, H2 or I don't know, just a text that doesn't do anything, right? So label, same thing, drag it into your page 3. Okay. Okay. So in your page 3, let's see. Okay, open your CS file. This is page 3 CS. Okay, I close all the CSS first. Okay, page 3. Why do I have this? Okay, sorry. Okay, page 3 CS. Okay, we're gonna do. Oh, okay, never mind. Just leave it. We're gonna do things in the page load. Okay, page load. Whatever's in the page load basically is whatever happens when user first enters the page. Okay, so when a user first enters the page, what do you want to see? What do you want to print? What do you want to what? So for example, if let's say you have a text box, you can always put there txt username dot text equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. That means if there's a text box there, the moment a person goes into the page, he will see 1, 2, 3, 4 in the text box, for example. Okay. Okay. However, before anybody goes in, we have to always declare this thing. If bracket exclamation mark is post back, then you open. Okay. Okay. This meaning of post back, right? I explain later, but it's a necessary thing for the page load, basically. Okay. So just if, then not is post back, open curly, close curly. Okay. Okay. So we have our label 1 here, right? Then we already, just assume we declared a session variable in the web called username. And then we're going to redirect to the page 3. Okay. What we're going to do now is to get back the variable from the web, from the browser, and then put it into this label here. Okay. So this label, maybe label username, let's say. Then the text, you can just leave it blank first. Okay, so first we declare string username equals to bracket string. Okay, first we need to declare what kind of session variable you want to get. Because if you send up a string, you have to pull back a string. If here is an integer, you send up an integer, you have to pull back an integer. Okay, this concept you understand? Okay. Okay, so if you send out a string, you have to get back a string. Okay, so string session, here is a square bracket, semicolon. Inside, just type whatever name you just use. So just now we put username, you type username. Then same thing to print anything inside here, you do the same thing. So label username dot text equals to username. Okay, once this is done, let me try and I don't know if I can split somehow or not. I cannot split anymore. Okay, I can't split anymore. So if you want to look at which page, just let me know. Once this is done, you can try and test. So you go to localhost, page 2. Okay, you go admin 1, 2, 3, 4. If you sign in, you'll see your username here. Yeah. Okay, so this is how this is what we call session variable. Okay, up to here, let you copy. Any question, just ask. Okay.
The bracket string, is it like typecasting or?
Yeah, typecasting. Correct. You need to let the session know what you're gonna bring down. If let's say for example, right, if let's say you try this integer, then here we type integer, then here we just put username plus integer, like it's like how you print string and integer, right? It will not work. Show you. Okay, so page 2, right? Then admin 1234, you sign in, you will get not valid
All class exception.
because there is, first of all, there's no such session variable. Second of all, because there's no variable, you cannot come in, the whole page will just hang. Okay, so this page load is very important. You need to get everything in this page load right. Once you have an error, you cannot load the whole page. So make sure that everything is correct. Then when you run that time, 1, 2, 3, 4, when you run that time, it will work lah, basically. Okay, any more questions? Are you able to get this page 2 to page 3?
I think I a bit lost because I got one X error. I also don't know why.
Okay, come. Let's re-switch the screen. You can share.
Okay, I'll show you. I got this. I got this error.
Label. What's the label on the outside? What's the label name on the outside?
What do you mean?
Page 2 ASPX.
Okay. I think I haven't do it. Is it?
There's no label, so there's no such thing. Yeah, you have to do the label outside first, then you can okay, so ASPX and the CS is linked. If you cannot see the label, they won't understand what you're talking about. So you drag the label in first.
How do I drag label?
Toolbox.
Toolbox.
Toolbox. Where's your toolbox? Yeah, just go to standard label. Yeah, correct. Then name the label. Now it's label 1. You can rename the label.
What's the label name? Let me see.
Use your that one. Yeah. Label username. Yeah. Then just make it blank. Make it blank so that if anything happens, it doesn't come out label. Yeah, just leave the text blank. Yeah, can. Control save. Make sure you save. Always control save. Whenever you make changes, just control save. Yeah. Okay, then you go back to your CS. You see it'll be there. Label user. Is it correct? Label username dot text.
Yeah, copy paste. Maybe I write wrong.
Same way. Oh, hang on. Okay. Page 2 ASPX, right? You see page 2 ASPX, right? Yeah, this page. Okay. Can you see inherits on the top right corner of your code? Inherits. Yeah. Okay. That must be the same class as your CS class. So you inherit page 1, but you see your page 2 ASPX CS inside your class is called page 2. Yeah. You see your class there? Partial class page 2. Yeah, that one must be the same. So copy. Okay, page 1 also can. Yeah, doesn't matter. So if you put page 1 also can. There, your label solved already. Okay. So that partial class must be linked to the 2 pages. So you all learn something today. So basically the page, okay, come. Let me have some access then. Okay, try not to build anything. Don't click build, don't click F5, don't click anything. Okay, because this is how you say web application. You cannot see anything from here anyway. So don't worry if it fails. Okay. If it was on the web, it was on the web. Sometimes it'll come out error. So this page, this inherits, right? Try to be the same as this one. Normally I will tell you all to do that. So normally I'll try to make it like that. Okay, because you don't want the same page. Example, default here is page 1. Then when you copy down here, right? Inside here you copy, right? Oh, you created inside archives. Also can, no problem. No problem. Why do you create inside archives? Ang Yong, why do you create inside archives?
I'm not sure. This one is what I'm given last time.
Yeah, but it's okay. Okay, what you supposed to do, right? In default, right? You right click, You copy.
Oh,
Then you paste here. So actually same lah. But what you can do is just you copy the
cut
stuff
out
is
lor.
the stuff is here, right? Stuff is here, right? Just drag it out. Yeah. Move to what the okay. So now you're page 2. This ASPX should be correct. Then go to your default. Make sure you add a semicolon, right? So then here, just change your curly slash page2.aspx. Okay, then you try that. Go into your browser and try. Wait, let me remove control first. Yep, go into your browser and try. Brian, got any questions on your side?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Okay, give me a second. Do I need to see your screen or it's just some?
Yeah, I think you need to see my screen.
Okay. Sorry, Ang Yong, you go to your page 2 ASPX. Page 2 ASPX. Page 2, then right click. Yeah, then view in browser. Okay, this is one way. The second way is go to your directory, on the right side. Yeah, so if you want to click, let's say default, right? You right click default ASPX. Right click view in browser. Okay, only ASPX can view in browser. CS cannot, master cannot, master CS also cannot. Okay. Okay, so they have this one is saying your master page is wrong. Okay, go back to your file. Go back to your page 2 file. Okay, you see page 2 ASPX, right? Page 2 ASPX.
Yeah. ASPX.
The second. Okay. On top, your master page is green. Can you see? Master page file. Okay, so name it to the correct master page. Your one is master1.master. Master1.master. Save. Just save. Control S. Yeah. Okay, try again. Go back to your browser. You don't have to keep clicking. Just go to your browser, then refresh the screen already.
Oh.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll keep opening new local. Then let's see. Admin come already.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can try from the start. You can try. You change the link. Change the link, the URL. So local 61611. Where do you go?
Wait, you mean in the browser?
In your browser. Go to your browser. Okay, you see a link localhost 61 something, right? Okay, just change the page 2. Change the page 2 to default.
Oh.
Yeah, default. Okay, so default, then you can try again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I stop share.
Can. Okay, we can switch.
Brian.
Brian, what do you need?
Actually, I have to solve it already, but
Oh, okay.
I think so the first time I take this session at in page 2, I get the response redirect first, and then I get the session ad, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So response redirect.
Why is it? Yeah.
So when you response redirect, your page will jump to another page. So whatever is below that, you will not take. It's like
it's do not execute.
If you code before, right? It's like when you do a for loop, okay. Then let's say if you for loop already, when x equals to 1, you break. Then what happens to x equals to 2? You will not execute, right? Same thing. Yeah, so everything below the response redirect will not happen as long as it redirects.
So it will end at the response redirect, is it?
Sorry,
the program we end at response redirect.
Correct. Yeah, it will end there. It will end for this page because you jump to another page. Okay, so so you jump basically from page 2 to default, right? When you jump, your code now is inside the default.aspx.cs. So inside there, there's no session add or whatever. So yeah, then it will go to the next page already. Okay. Okay. Now I explain to you all what is if is post back. Okay, this one is a bit complicated. So try to I try to explain simpler. Okay, is post back is a way for us to prevent postback errors. Okay, what is postback errors? Postback errors is, okay, whenever you fire a button, a link button, anything that has to do with a click. So you see anything with this event args E, right? It will cause a postback event. A postback event happens, sorry, when it happens, your whole page will just reset. So we put this if not postback, then you, how do you say, then you play the initialization of the page, let's say the variables are. So for example, let me see. Okay, if you take this label username, right, you put it outside here and you put it as, let me see, you put it as, hang on, how do I show you? Okay, let me show in another. Why does this always happen? Oh, okay. Let me show you another way. Okay, so text box, and then I have text box 1 dot text equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say, okay, then I have a button. Okay, this is just a this is just a random button. No event, no nothing. Okay, nothing. So there's no on click, no nothing. Okay. Now I show you page 3. Page 3, is it here? Page 3. Okay, so page 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Empty now, right? I click 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So it's like every button fires a postback event, but you don't want this thing to keep resetting. So in what situation does this happen? Okay, let's say you want your page 2. You want your page 2, these two things to go into the username, then go into the admin, right? But if for example, if your page load is always doing this, because normal, right? You want every user to go in with the text empty, so when this blank, this one equals to blank. Okay, when this happen, right? Let's see, page 2. Okay, so postback event. When this happen, I put admin 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I press sign in, I don't sign in, even though the password is correct. What happens is, give you a scenario. Okay, what's happening? So basically, your process is this: user type username and password, then redirect to other page, right? This is the two-step process. What happens with the postback is, whenever you must understand that whenever the page load, right, username and password field equals to now or empty right? When you click the button, which is this is the event, right? Button, right? If you don't account for the postback, instead of what you want is this way, your button will go back to here. Like that. Can you understand? Up to here, you understand? Brian, Ayong, you understand?
Somewhat.
Okay. So just remember, every single button, anytime you click something, it will have a postback event. That's why we need the if is not postback. Okay. So to prevent this from happening, we declare a if is postback, if not is postback. So it's basically if it's not postback, then we put this 2 into here. Okay, and what you'll see the difference is basically whenever the button is not, okay, to prevent a post back, right, this will be gone and it will not jump back to here again. Okay, why is it not authenticating just now? Is because when it jump back to here, you now both the fields again. When you now the fields, this sign in, right, is trying to read if username equals to admin. Technically, yes, just now it was admin, but because you now the field, right, this postback happens first, then your this one happens, because page load always happens whether or not you click something. So if you want to prevent whatever that happened in the page load to happen again, you have to put all the stuff inside the is postback. Sorry, is not postback. Okay, so excuse me. Yeah, so excuse me. So now everything in postback. You sign in is correct. Okay, you all understand? Okay, if you all don't understand, just remember, okay, whenever we code in the page load, right, always code inside these two fields, basically. Okay, just remember that if you don't know the explanation, but this is the reason why. Okay, if you don't have this, the page will keep loading when you're pressing a button, and the things that you declare initially will happen again. So if you declare okay, why we want to declare this, right, is let's say people log out, right? So from here I log out, right? I don't want to see that information, so I log out, I should see empty, basically. So 2, 3, 4, sign in. Let's say that, right? Then if let's say you log out, you go back to page 2. Okay, this is blank, but because of my autofill, my Google got autofill, so I will see this. But normally it should be blank for this. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Label button. Session variable, login module. Okay. Now it's 2:44. How long do you have until 4? Is it okay? Hello? You're until 4 p.m. Is it okay, right? Okay. Yes.
I think I'm busy now, so maybe you can record the
lecture.
so I can
okay.
30 or something.
Sorry?
Is it
4:30?
possible 30?
4:30.
3:30.
3:30. Can 3:30.
Yeah,
3:30.
can.
Okay. Actually, we are about done. I can also stop now, but I give you something to read up on after this. Okay. Okay. So whatever you all learn today is try to understand. Okay. Make sure you understand the simple stuff also, like every page got 4 pages, blah blah blah, all this. Okay. Okay. What I want y'all to read is this one. Okay, so it's the W3 School SQL. Almost, let me see. Let's stop at delete will do. Okay, W3 School. Delete. So delete, update, now values, insert, order, and or not, where, select listing, select syntax intro. From here all the way to delete can already. Okay, that's all. Then we continue this on the next lesson. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Since most of people exam finished already, I'm going to hold all the lessons on weekdays. Okay. So on weekdays, are y'all okay to morning we do the lessons, then afternoon y'all can go and do your own stuff. Then we do it almost every day. Is that okay? Can
Sure.
So Monday to Friday? Okay.
Can.
Okay. If it's 11, is that okay?
11. Yeah. Okay. It's okay for me.
Can. Okay. If no objection, then 11. We say at 11. Then we let
So this Monday onwards, right?
Yeah, this Monday onwards.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's here currently it's only 2 of y'all. If somehow the other few people come back in, they will need to watch the video before that. So if they never watch, I won't ask them to come in. Just let y'all know later on people might come in. So when they come in, we'll just continue, but it will be more time consuming because if you all ask question, then I have to answer you all lah. Yeah. Okay. So but yeah, okay, I want to do this on a weekday. So now we are at lesson 3. We only have another 4 or 5 lessons to go on. So by this week, we should be able to finish lah.
Okay.
Okay, Ken. So just read out on the SQL W3 School. Okay, then I see you all on Monday lah, this Monday. Ken?
Yeah.
Can.
Ken.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks. See you all.
Thank
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.